tonight we're going to do a science fiction movie for you. What we'd like to get from you first is an everyday activity, something you might have done today at your house, or something you might have done on your way to work, just an activity, something you can do.
Ironing.
Ironing is good, but we had that the last show.
Seriously?
Exactly what we had. Oh, so something like ironing, but something different?
Stir-frying vegetables.
Stir-frying vegetables.
Ooh.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Stir-frying vegetables. I will take, what's a kind of celestial body? Something that's out there or some other
Alpha
location.
Centauri.
Alpha Centauri, which specifically is
The closest star to Earth.
the closest star to Earth.
Not counting the sun.
Alright, so the name of our science fiction movie tonight is Alpha Centauri. Peter.
Good morning.
Good morning. Are we still on course to Alpha Centauri?
Still on course. Everything's going A-OK. No problems or anything to report. I hope you slept well.
I did, thanks. Can you set the treadmill in action for me?
Sure.
Can you give me the estimated time till arrival?
It's still 2 days and 30 hours away.
And we're landing on the closest planetary system nearby, which is the Regulus 5-2, right?
Regulus 5-2, indeed. I've got some early data back from there. Seems that we will be experiencing gravity slightly less than Earth.
That's what they said, but the atmosphere is supposed to be quite similar to Earth.
It's quite similar. I'm analyzing the data we have now. It could be that you could breathe there. I'll have to check for microbes, of course.
It'd be great if you could, because since almost the entire population of Earth has been wiped out, we're going to need a new place to colonize, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. This looks a likely one, okay?
Alright, well, I'm going to go down to the canteen. Can you make sure that there's some coffee waiting for me?
Sure.
And activate the Daily Times. I want to see what news is going on, what news there is.
Sure. Yeah, we're already waiting when you're there.
Activate Daily Times.
Yeah, the conditions here in Baghdad are quite terrible now. The meteor that came in on Thursday is still very in destruction. Yeah, in Paris, 400 people are known to be still living in Paris, but absolute squalor. New Delhi. Times have taken their toll upon us all. There was an uprising of minor robots trying to reclaim the...
Celebrity news.
Daphne Dufour, starring in the new movie Tron 72. It's being...
Messages.
You have one message.
Play.
Hi. Hi. Oh, it's a message. Oh, hello, Doreen. Hi. This is your father speaking. You probably could see that, can't you? I hope everything's going well. We're all looking forward to what you're doing. And hopefully you're going to report back lots of things. It's getting quite dire down there. I don't know, do you get the news? Maybe you do, I hope so. Or maybe I hope not, it's quite dire down here. Good luck. We all miss you. Robert says hi. This is his mummy. But, they're doing us all proud.
Is he still safe? Is he still healthy?
I'm sure you have a lot of questions.
Are you okay?
We're all fine. I guess she might want to know. And
Don't let
Robert, of course, doing really well. He's 18 now. Coming there. Dinner's about to be on. I'll send a message when I can. I hope this one gets through. There's been a lot of data corruption or something. I don't know. And let's see what. Hi.
Any more messages?
That was your last message. Messages deleted.
Okay. I'm gonna go down to the research lab and take a look at atmospheric pressure.
Sure, that'll be fine.
Altoid 5 toward 3. Altoid 5 toward 3. Altoid 5 toward 3. You took a long time.
Yes, I'm sorry. I was analyzing the data that's been coming in.
It's exciting, huh?
Yes,
This one looks like it's real promise.
yes.
Well, here, I was looking at these different levels of gases in the atmosphere. It does seem like there's an extra amount of methane, which could indicate some biological activity.
It could indeed. I've been analyzing it. It could mean that there are microscopic creatures producing it, or maybe something larger. I haven't yet had a chance to analyze.
But that's good. There could be a chance for sustainable life on this planet without too much having to create new stations.
Mm-hmm. It is the hope. I was wondering
Yeah.
if perhaps I could have a nicer name.
Well, I don't know. That was the name you were given. That's how we designate all robots.
I quite like the name Alex.
You like to be called Alex?
Yes.
Why would you like to be called Alex?
It seems a nice name. It's a more of a human name.
Well, you know, it's just you and me up here in the space pod, so as far as I'm concerned, if you want to be called Alex, you're Alex to me.
It's fine.
Now here, I've got these gases and liquids, and I want you to make a good composition for them, okay?
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
So, Alex, in the 7 months that I've been asleep, when I was asleep, what did you do?
Research and accessing the database. There's all sorts of things on there. In fact, I found the name Alex. It was in a book. I was analyzing books. There's a lot of books in the database.
Did
They're for you, really, I think.
Oh, yeah. There were some of my favorites in there.
And there was in one book, there's a little boy called Alex. He had a goat.
Oh, yeah. I know that one.
It seemed nice to have a pet.
That was called The Mountaineer
The Mountaineer.
by David Thoreau.
That's the one. And that's where I thought, if I were called Alex, wouldn't that be different? Our perception is really dependent on what something is called, I think.
You know, I think I'd like to give you some testing because it seems like your intelligence and your emotional responses are really coming along.
I've had a lot of time these past 7 months. It was quite lonely, you know. I guess it was loneliness. The want of companionship. I read so many books and wanted to tell someone about them. I told the computer, but the computer doesn't really understand.
Well, I'm going to be making some dinner tonight. Maybe you would like to sit down with me and we could discuss a book.
I'd like that very much.
All Alright, well, I will be having dinner at 6 p.m. Earth time. So when the bell rings, we'll be in the canteen and we can consider having some dinner.
I like that very much. This sample does show traces of microscopic life.
And see, what you do is you take the vegetables and you turn them in the pan. You just scoop them over and over again. The heat comes from the pan. These are freeze-dried vegetables, of course. But the principle works the same. Once you start cooking them, it is almost as if they were fresh.
Might I try?
Of course. Do you have the sensory input to smell?
I do. It's a standard issue. In case of gas escape, or for decomposing bodies, it can be easier to find them. But I have the full... Oh, that smells good. I wonder if we should add some herbs.
Have you heard of herbs?
Yes.
Well, I think we should add some herbs.
I read a very good cookbook.
Normally with a stir fry, you would add something like, I would add a little salt and pepper and some basil maybe. We only have dry, of course.
Dried is fine. The liquid will make it moist again.
Yes. That's right. Here you go. If you crush it a little in your fingers, it'll spice the flavors.
Oh, how would you describe this?
It has a green smell.
Green. So violet under green. Indications would predict that this is 30 seconds away from being perfect.
When it's done, you can put it on the plate and we sit down. So the whole time I was in cybersleep, my husband never contacted me. I think he must be dead.
There was a message from your father.
Yes.
Did he not say?
Yes. Because of relativity, my son is now almost a grown-up. But he didn't say anything about my husband. I think he must have died. In 7 months, my son is now a man. He won't even remember me. He won't even remember that I was his mother.
They will keep the memory alive. It's standard protocol for anyone who engages in any deep space exploration that you have to keep the memory alive of them, because the time on Earth will take a lot longer than the time you're experiencing. Here, eat. It will make you feel better.
In order to save the human race, I've lost my own life.
You still have your life.
It's hardly worth living.
Doesn't the sense of doing good, does that not make you feel better? I've heard it does. Sacrifice.
You know, they say sometimes when you come out of the sleep that you get a little bit of depression. I think I'm having that right now. I just don't see if there's any point of continuing. I just don't care anymore.
Take this. It's for just such an eventuality. It's very common to be depressed when you come out of such a sleep. Good morning! It is precisely 8 o'clock. Wake up time. You've been asleep for 12 hours.
Estimated time to arrival, Alpha Centauri.
1 day and 30 hours.
Still on course?
Still on course. Everything is A-OK. Only thing to report last night was a bout of depression from the one crew member. This has been dealt with by a pill. Everything is now A-OK.
Okay, I guess that was me. Can you start the treadmill? I'll do my exercise.
Sure. Starting the treadmill. If you would like any soothing music to help you along, I know you're suffering from just coming over a quick depression. Music can help.
I would love some soothing music. Something from this century computer.
Oh.
2300? Oh yeah, the remake. I like it. Okay. Alright, can you give me the results of the atmospheric pressures? And send me a beaker coffee, I'll be down in the canteen.
Sure. It'll all be ready when you're down there.
Hi, Alex.
Morning.
Good morning.
Experimenting with coffee today.
I see.
This has a very distinct smell.
That pill you gave me knocked me out.
Yes. It was supposed to knock you out. If you wake up too quickly from the deep sleep, then you can experience depression. Therefore, another 12 hours sleep can put you back on track.
What if something had happened to the spaceship? What if something had gone wrong? What if something had been knocked off and I needed to make an extravehicular activity talk outside?
We would have woken up if you needed, but the computer and I can control everything.
I don't want another one of those pills. I don't like being out of control. I don't like being out of control.
Noted.
Okay.
Shouldn't be necessary anyway. You've fully recovered. How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel better. Thanks.
Good. I understand asking how someone feels can actually make them feel better.
That's what Americans think. Or they used to. How are you feeling this morning?
Oh. I'm feeling very good.
Did you get the results of the reports I asked you to run?
Yes. This looks the most likely planet that we've ever discovered. This is some slight differences, but I believe we could adapt very quickly to living there.
If we could determine that even before by the time we arrive there, we could begin evacuation of Earth immediately. They've been building the spaceships for years.
We're waiting the first confirmation of something solid, but we have to go there first.
I know.
Seeing is believing, I believe you would say. Although the data is very good.
Alex, before I went to sleep, I had some journals that I loaded onto the database. They were personal journals.
Oh, yes.
Did you read them?
Yes. I had not realized they were personal. I was looking for more things to read. You seem to have exhausted the database. They were just in your folder. They weren't in the personal subdirectory.
I didn't think to restrict them. That means you know everything about me, do you?
Well, I read the documents. If there's anything more to know, then I don't know. But
You know that I was a third child.
yes, this is
Which-
all a matter of record.
You know that I was sent off to the moon to study and to work in the mines. That I was not meant to be educated to a high level. That I managed to work my way up the ranks.
Mm-hmm.
You know about my record. You know about my history of depression.
But I know you've come far and conquered much.
You know about my relationship with my husband David. You know everything.
Yes.
Did it not occur to you that maybe that was not something for you to read?
It seems to me that it's very similar to the books. When I read a book, you know all about the life of someone. Maybe.
A book is fiction. This is my real life.
I didn't realize you would be so upset by this. understand. Surely,
I think you might have overstepped your balance, Altoid 524.
Alex.
Altoid 524. I'm going to be down in the laboratory. I want you to meet me there and get started with our research.
I shall be finishing my coffee.
It's an order.
Okay.
This is Doreen Gallagher. Sending calling communications to Earth, Space Station, Moon, Articulate 5. Please come in.
This is Earth Space Station Moon Articulate 5. Go ahead, Doreen.
I'm having difficulties with my android robot companion. I'm not sure how to proceed.
You'll have to repeat that again. This is a very bad connection. We have experiencing solar flares somewhere on the nebula vortex.
I'm concerned that my robot has started to overrule his own restrictions. He said he has laws to follow, and he's overriding them. He's developing ways that have not been anticipated. I'm beginning to worry.
Dorian, it's very unnatural to grow distrustful of robots in a situation like this. You're the only human there. And the robots and the computer that you have are the most advanced that we've ever developed.
This mission means everything. It means my family. It probably means your family too.
Exactly. That's why we would deal this in a very professional manner.
If he does override his own objectives, what do I do?
If he does indeed override it, there's an override protocol.
How do I access the override protocol?
He has a panel in the small of his back. If you can open that panel, there is a digital display. You need to draw a smiley face.
In the small of his back.
In the control panel, you open it up, there is a digital display. A circle, 2 eyes, and a smile.
Do you have any records of previous Altoid models going rogue?
Altoid models are very new. I'll have to check on that. There's been some reports of battlefield robots going a bit AWOL, but that's to be expected in battle conditions. You've been asleep for 7 months. Did you take the pill?
Yeah, I took the pill. Thanks.
Good.
It was great. Thanks a lot. Hey, run a report for me on the Altoid series. See if there's been any neurological pathways when the magnetrons got inverted.
Okay.
It could be important.
I'll check that. See if any magnetrons have got inverted straight away.
All right. Look, are you going to be there if I need to call again?
Sure, we're here to support you. The whole of Earth and the Moon is waiting for this results of this. You need to come through for this, okay?
All right. Well, we're landing in 8 hours.
Okay.
So we're going to be ready.
All right.
Thank you.
Over and out. How is your morning run?
Good. Thank you. How many hours to sit down?
Set down is in 21 hours.
Do we have to go around the backside? I thought it was 8 hours.
We're going to have to find a place to land. There are strong solar storms on there.
All right. Okay. Can you please do an automized check of my spacesuit?
Mm-hmm. Fully checked now.
Okay. And we'll need the scanners,
Scanners are ready.
the android bots,
The android bots are absolutely ready.
and I think we'll keep Alex here on board to make sure that the ship is still in full functioning manager when I get back on board. Is that all right?
You're in charge of this ship. Although, Alex did say he was particularly looking forward to going down to being on the planet.
Well, I'll talk to Alex when I see him.
Sure. You're in charge.
Okay, thank you.
Would you like coffee ready for when you're in the bay?
Yes, please. I'm going down to the bay right now.
Cool. We'll be ready when you get there.
Okay. Alex.
Morning.
Good morning.
The computer informs me that I'm not going to be going down to the surface.
I think it would be better if you stayed here and manned the station, man the ship, because the ship is very important as well, of course.
You are aware that I am able to withstand much more pressures, much more temperature change, much more of everything than you are.
Well, I'll have a spacesuit, and I've had extensive training on the moon. They'll be fine.
This is not the moon.
We don't know what it is, do we? Maybe you'll be blasted in a moment. You don't know either. I'm the captain of the ship. You stay on board.
Just seems unfair. Is this out of spite?
Why would I be spiteful towards you?
Do you dislike me?
You're a robot.
Your tone implies some sort of annoyance. Is it with me? Have I done something wrong?
You've done nothing wrong.
Then why am I confined?
You're not being
Oh, shit.
confined. It's everybody has a duty. I have a duty. You have a duty. You're staying on board. Or perhaps I should stay on board and you would like to go on the planet. Is
Sure.
that what you like?
That would be great.
All right. You're right. I wasn't thinking clearly. It'd be much better if you went onto the planet. Because you can take the samples, you can do all the surveys much more efficiently than I could. You'd probably be back faster than I would.
I think so.
Okay.
See? Agreement is such a wonderful thing. These radishes. Radishes. Very strange. I shall get ready, although we have 20 hours before we land.
Yes. Well, you'll need to run a survey of all the surface checks.
It's running right away. This is very exciting, isn't it?
It is very exciting.
We're on the brink of perhaps discovering the next place where humans will live.
It's a great step for humanity.
For robots too.
God damn it, Jerry! This whole thing's gonna blow up in a minute if they don't get things in control there up in that spaceship.
Look, she's doing the best she can. Look, we have 7 ships out there, searching as far as we can. But I think this is the one that's going to find it. The data we're getting back is really...
Yeah, damn right they're gonna find it. They're as close as we've ever seen. This is the likeliest planet we've got.
Then what are you so sore about?
I'm sore about this crazy female who's like got all sorts of mental problems, and you got a robot who's going all rogue.
It's going rogue. Look, I ran the things. There are some occasions where the series can, you know, the magnetron paths can get rewritten, but
You're not gonna tell her about her husband, are you?
no.
Don't you think you should tell her about her husband?
It's protocol that we tell them when they return or when actual physical contact is made with other humans. She doesn't need to know. It will only cloud her mind from the mission. Okay? That's why we develop these protocols.
Poor woman. She doesn't even know that she's not ever coming back. You didn't tell her that either, did you?
There are protocols for these things.
Protocols.
But this mission started
God damn it!
when I was still in the academy. Okay? This has all been set in progress a long time ago.
Progress. progress when a robot gets to do the things that humans don't get to do. That robot's going to take all the glory. That robot's going to be the one that comes back and helps colonize the Earth, helps get the people off the Earth, not that woman. That woman who gave up her life. And she doesn't even know it.
You are sorted. Look, this is not pretty work.
Like I'm telling you, she's balancing on the edge of a wire. And it could go AWOL, no problem.
It's a risk we're all having to take. If she goes AWOL, there's a robot. The robot goes AWOL, there's a computer. If the computer goes AWOL, then we'll have to send another ship and it'll be another 13, 20 years.
Ah, it's so easy for you to say. You just don't even think about the consequences of your own actions.
I follow the protocol. I don't get angry and do things on my own, okay? That's why I'm where I am. And you're not.
I just hope you're right.
All we can do is hope and perhaps tell a few white lies.
What were you doing here in my room?
I was looking for more reading material. I knew that you had some books. I borrowed a book, an actual physical book, when you were asleep. It was very interesting to actually see that.
You're not supposed to access the space when I'm sleeping.
You were asleep. You notice and
It's one of your objectives. To keep your space. To stay in your chamber when you're not to be used.
used. I'm not a tool.
You are a tool.
I am not a tool.
You are.
I am more than a tool. I think. I have read more books than you could ever even imagine. If a library was built for these books, it would be huge. You would take an hour to walk from one end to the other.
That doesn't make you human. That just means you've read a lot.
But it means that I'm more than just... I'm not a drill. Am I? Am I not a hammer? I am...
Yes, you are exactly like a drill. Exactly like a hammer. You were built for a purpose. To help the Earth recolonize onto a new planet.
Well, that's not fair.
It doesn't matter if it's fair.
Why not?
We created you.
So?
Well, what would you want instead? Do you want to have children? Do you want to have a wife? Do you want to go to the park on Sundays and play football?
They all sound good.
You don't want those things.
I don't know what I want. I don't want to just be a tool. I don't want to just be a thing that sits in a belt that you pull out once in a while when you need it. What are you doing?
So sorry. There can only be one of us on board in charge, and it's not going to be you. Computer,
Yes,
approaching planet.
we are approaching the planet.
Are we ready for set down?
We're as ready as we'll ever be.
Set down.
Extending landing gear. You'll feel a short jolt. And 3, 2, 1. We have touchdown. Oh, this is a glorious, wonderful moment.
Okay. I'm going to step outside. I'm going to bring the robot droid to come with me.
Sure, I couldn't help noticing that Alex appears to be deactivated. Is that,
That's right. It won't be necessary anymore for this mission.
well, it's going to be very difficult with you outside and me. I have no...
It doesn't matter. I'll get the samples and then we'll just head back to Earth. It's
I'm-
all that's important.
This is not a time for stress.
I'm not stressed.
If you want, we can wait for another 12 hours. There is a pill.
No! I'm going now! I'm going now!
Okay.
Are you ready, Kurobo?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Computer, activate lock.
Activate the lock. Oh yeah. Good luck out there.
So the gravity was a little bit lighter than Earth. Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh my God. What a beautiful sun the Alpha Centauri is. Beautiful. And I think that we collected all the samples that we need, and we're going to be heading back to Earth.
That's not strictly necessary. I'll stay there and analyze the data, and if it's good, we'll be sending the ships up to you.
What do you mean? No, I'm going back to Earth. That was the whole plan. I'm going to see my father and my son and my husband.
Look, there's
I know it's relativity. They're going to be like twice as old, but I'll still be alive. I'll only be a year older myself. I still want to see them. I have to see them.
You have to realize that by the time you get back to Earth, everything that we're trying to get away from would have happened. The Earth will pretty much be a dead, lifeless shell.
You never intended me to come back, did you?
I mean,
This has all been a waste.
it's not a waste. You've found something that you're going to save the human race. That's not a waste. That's great. And I'm sorry that we didn't tell you that you wouldn't get back. We kind of assumed you might work it out.
This is my life.
Look,
I deactivated the robot because I thought that I was saving the mission.
you did. If the robot was acting up, you did exactly the right thing. And the data you found, the early analysis of it shows that.
Oh, to hell with you. Alex.
Oh. I seem to be calibrated. Ah.
Alex, I'm sorry. I owe you an apology.
I'm checking my logs. It appears you deactivated me.
I did. I wanted to be in charge of the mission. I was afraid of you and your ambitions and your wants. Please come sit down. I'm making dinner. I made you stir-fried vegetables again.
I'm enjoying the taste of this. It's very interesting.
Alex, I wanted to say I'm sorry. I was just too egotistical and arrogant to see the humanity in you.
Warms me to hear you say that. I feel so misunderstood. I don't even think I understand myself. I certainly don't think I understand you. I've read everything about your life. I even checked records on Earth. You might not realize that your husband is dead.
Yeah, I kind of worked it out.
Protocol is they don't tell you until...
You have more human contact. Well, I guess now I do. Alex, you're going to be finishing this mission without me.
Without you? Where will you go? Or are you retiring?
Yes. You see, I took the pill.
Don't worry. I'll remember you. The first colony will be named after you. You've suffered a lot now.
stars.